What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 57 of the Hive Mind podcast. Be sure to check out the podcast on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, and Twitch. I might look a little wet. I just got out of the shower. Did a little bit of a spa treatment for myself. So I recently got one of these bad boys. It's a foam roller. And I tell you what, man, I am a huge believer in these things. Even if you don't lift, I would say get one of these fucking things. The one I got is from Nordic Lifting. If that pops up. It's pretty aggressive. It's essentially just a foam cylinder. And it's got these spikes on it, and you roll it, and you roll on it. Like the way, what I've been doing is I've been using it primarily in my back. So you put it on your back, you get on the floor, and just roll back and forth. And it's pretty torturous at first, but oh my god, it makes you feel so much better. And I was having a lot of issues with extreme back soreness. Like, it wasn't back pain, but like my back would just get so sore. And this thing has helped a ton. And what I do is I'll foam roll pretty hard, and the way I do it is if you get like an aggressive roller like I've got, you slowly ramp up the amount of body weight you're putting on, and eventually you can just get this really like deep tissue massage from this thing. And you gotta slowly work your way up, or else it'll just hurt like shit. It still is pretty uncomfortable even when you do like slowly warm into it. But dude, it makes you feel so much better. I really am a believer in this fucking thing for sure. So get one of these things if you're having back soreness, because man, it's helped me a lot. So I like to foam roll like crazy, and then get in the shower, take a hot shower, and then I feel super relaxed. One of my favorite things to do is to do that and then go to bed, because then I just kind of melt and go to sleep. So yeah, another thing, I apologize if this podcast is a little bit burpier than normal. I just got back from a family function, and holy shit did I eat a lot of food. I've got I'm pretty much pregnant, so my stomach is churning that shit, and I legitimately so I ate so much food that my belly button is not even straight right now. It's literally cocked to the side. That's how much fucking food I ate. I've got I've got chest hair, and I've got a line that goes typically straight down, right? But it's like this now. It goes down and then curves or curves a little bit and then goes down again, dude. I've got a food baby for real. But what's funny is it'll be gone by the morning. It'll be completely gone by the morning. It'll be digested into my lower intestines or whatever. But right now it's, for the most part, all still in my stomach. So I know you guys don't want to hear about my digestion for the rest of the podcast. So let's move on to the real topics. I know a lot of YouTubers watch what I do. I think I have a lot of YouTubers that watch my stuff. I've kind of noticed that. So let's start off with some YouTube news. Good YouTube news for you people that are in networks that want to leave your network, because on July 31st, 2017, or right now, I would check right now, but essentially if you go to the I will pull this up here. Let me pull this up. I don't think this is against the rules for me to show this particular screen here. Let me pull it up. But YouTube shit. I'm so prepared. I didn't think I was gonna pull this up, but it seems like a pretty good idea to pull it up. So oh, here we go. Okay, so here's what I was looking for. I'll just edit that little part out. I'll fucking forget. Who am I kidding? So if you go to your status and features thing on your YouTube channel, this button right here is new. This remove access button. I've been with Machinima for 5 years. I would say for the most part, I've had a pretty good success with them, and I don't have any ill will against them. But right now, if you click on this remove access button, remove access from Machinima's account. For now, Machinima can accept or deny your request to remove their access. Machinima, blah 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 blah. So what this for now thing, that's not going to be there forever. As of July 31st, 2017, you can just unlink your account from your network no matter what. And the network will have to essentially probably pursue you in court if they want to like bring you back in. So it's giving the power back to the well, not really back to, because the individual YouTubers never had the power, but it's basically giving the power of YouTubers to say fuck your network and just unlink from it. Because right now, There's a lot of horror stories with networks just not responding to people and not living up to their contractual things. So as of July 31st, 2017, you will be able to just flat out leave your network. And some networks, you can do this right now. Machinima is not one of them, so if I want to leave Machinima, I'll have to wait until July 31st, 2017, which I might end up leaving them. Not because I think I particularly was treated unfairly, but I just don't see them giving me any value anymore. And this is not completely their fault, because YouTube has really nerfed the power of networks. For the longest time, if you were in a network, you were considered a managed channel, and you got the content ID protection, and you got some extra little protection things on the back end, which is no longer the case. They took that away, I think, like 2 years ago, and only the very top guys that are managed by Machinima, like the guys like the Rad Brad, for example, get those features now. So I don't have the same content ID protection. And the general landscape of YouTube has really changed in the past 5 years. 5 years ago, when I joined up with Machinima, that was pretty much the only way to get partnered as a gaming channel. That is not the case anymore. You don't need, all the video game companies aren't, back 5 years ago, video game companies would give you copyright strikes for uploading footage of their games. Now it's completely pivoted to the point to where video game companies are paying you to upload videos of their games and giving you free copies of their games. Like, that's how much shit has changed in 5 years. So I'm not sure if I'll leave them or not. For any aspiring YouTubers, there really isn't a reason to join a network unless they're going to be selling ads for you hardcore. Unless they really have a dedicated ad sales team that is specifically targeting you and your whatever group of peers that make similar content, there's really no reason to. Machinima, I have a pretty fair deal with Machinima. Some months I would make more if I was not with them, and other months they pay me more than my channel made. So it's a give and take. I'm not upset with them, but I just don't really see a reason for me to stay with them. So on July 31st, I might unlink because I just don't see the value. They've got so many channels that they've partnered up with now, and they don't seem to be as interested in the MMO space. Like back when I first joined up, Machinima Realm was all about MMOs, and they were selling ads around MMOs, and it was kind of a hot time because like Star Wars: The Old Republic, Guild Wars 2, WoW was big. The landscape has really changed, and I just don't see a reason for me to stay in their network. So we'll see what I do. Another little bit of creator news. TwitchIRL has launched, which is a new category on Twitch, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's an in real life category. So if you want to make like vlog style live streams, then you can do it. I think this is more about pushing the upload feature rather than streaming real life stuff, because streaming real life stuff isn't really that practical, or at least not right now. At least I don't think. I could be completely wrong on this. I think this is more of a move for Twitch to want people to start uploading real life content to Twitch as VODs through the upload feature, which I'm pumped about. I have been mirroring all of my current videos to Twitch. They're a little bit delayed because I'm lazy and I forget sometimes, and I want to have them on YouTube a little bit ahead of time, but mainly because I'm fucking lazy. Usually what I do is when I'm at work and I've got that fat internet connection, I'll just upload all my old stuff all at once. So, yeah, but I like having my videos up in two places. Some of you guys really enjoy that. I believe that you get an email notification when I upload to Twitch, so you guys that missed the YouTube video will see it there. And in general, I just like having my videos up in multiple places just in case my YouTube channel ever fucking randomly goes down for some reason. So I like that. I like more YouTube competition. I've been wanting it forever, and it looks like it's finally starting to happen. So, yay! I think that's all I really want to say about that. Oh, more. We got a lot of YouTube news this week, but this is funny. Let me see if I can find the video here. I think YouTube flat out. Look at this shit. YouTube flat out denied the subscription bug, which is hilarious. I've been on YouTube this bug isn't even new, by the way. This bug has been around for years, and I haven't heard of any YouTuber that has denied this bug existing. Everyone I know unanimously across the board has experienced themselves being unsubscribed from channels. Now, I'm not making a huge fuss about this, because I guess I'm at the point with YouTube where I just do this shit for fun, and, you know, if there's a bug where people get unsub from my channel, like, what the fuck ever. I mean, it's one of those things where I can't do anything about it, so why even worry? My whole position on YouTube has I've really gone like full zen on this thing. It feels good, man, because back in the day I used to stress out like this about this kind of shit would stress me out so much. So I'm so happy I'm in a position where I don't have to give a fuck about views and that shit anymore, and I can just kind of take it in stride. It's nice. But this is hilarious, dude. YouTube is denying the existence of this unsub bug. I have had this. Not only have I had my viewers complaining to me about them getting unsubscribed from my channel, going, what the fuck, I'm not subscribed to this channel anymore. I didn't unsub, but now I'm unsub. What happened? I have experienced this myself on multiple, like, I'm a viewer of YouTube. I am subscribed to, let me go to my homepage right now. I am subscribed to fucking, can I see it right here? Will it tell me the number of channels I'm subscribed to? I'm subscribed to 628 people on YouTube. And I've experienced this multiple times where I'll be, you know, like I got unsubscribed from Wings of Redemption's channel. I've been unsubscribed from Freddie W's channel, like, I swear to God, like 4 times. I've been unsubscribed from so many channels, and those are just the channels that I know about. I'm sure I've been unsubscribed by channels that I don't know about. So the fact that they're denying this bug is really hilarious to me, and I really love the feedback they've gotten.
This is a bit.
Look at this the dislike ratio. Oh my god, dude, it's pathetic. That is so fucking pathetic. So they deny the unsub bug, which is hilarious because it fucking exists. Like, I don't know what, like, I realize they've got like the data and the analytics, but there is so much what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word? Anecdotal. There's so much anecdotal evidence from fucking thousands of people saying this happens that they've got to acknowledge it's fucking real. Like, come on, man. Like, they said that they've looked at over 100 cases and they couldn't find it happening. Dude, Jesus, just talk to any fucking YouTuber, they'll tell you it fucking happened. And another issue that people have with YouTube is stuff not showing up on the subscription feed. This may be true. So here's the thing with YouTube, right? You go to your subscription feed, and right? This is what everyone uses YouTube for. Like, this is how people use YouTube. They go on YouTube, they look at their front page, right? The problem is videos aren't showing up here on the launch screen, on the main docking screen. Yes, they might all show up in the subscriptions tab, but nobody fucking clicks on that shit. Nobody clicks on this fucking tab. No one uses this shit. I don't even use this shit, really. The only time I use this shit is when I can't find something that I want to watch on this thing. I would so much rather they bring back the old subscription feed. I think you can make it to where it's like that if you do it like this by list. I think you can do it, but look at all these steps you've got. No, that's not what I want either. Oh my god, these fucking idiots. Oh, it's so annoying. So, what they used to do back in the day, right, which was smart, is that when Epic, like, let's say Epic Mealtime uploaded a new video, this subscriptions thing wasn't here. It was just the homepage, and that was it. There wasn't an extra tab you had to navigate. And what they used to do is Epic Mealtime would upload a new video, and you would see their past, like, 5 videos right here. They have all this blank space. They don't fucking use it. I don't know why. But they would have, like, their past 5 videos here. When they'd upload a new video, they'd go back up to the top, and you'd see their videos. And that was, like, the way to navigate YouTube, and it was just way better that way, in my opinion. But now, you've got the homepage, which is full of suggested videos, which the suggested videos they've suggested for me, I've ran into a lot of cool new YouTubers because of it. So I'm not upset with the suggestions, but I really wish that they would put the subscriptions in here too. Maybe that would be too much, but there's so much wasted space here that's annoying. Okay, so here's an example of the homepage the way it used to be. So for whatever reason, this game ran X guy. He's got all of his videos the way it used to be. He's got his most recent upload, then his previous upload, then his previous upload, some other previous blah 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 blah, all the way down, right? Why isn't this there for everyone? Why isn't this there for everyone? I don't know why. Ugh. It's really annoying to me. And it's all like random. Like you'll be going through your, like you'll be on the homepage and it's like recommended, then a guy you subscribe to, then continue watching, then another guy you subscribe to, then a recommended, then another recommended, then a guy you subscribe to, then a recommended, then watch it again randomly. Like there's no order to this shit. It's fucking so I like the way it used to be. I feel like that man, I just feel like they can do it so much better than what they're doing it, the way they're doing it currently. So anyway, let's move it on. Pepe. Okay, here's a fun one. Oh, let me switch back to full screen. Look, I remember, dude, I'm getting better at this shit. Pepe won Fictional Person of the Year. This is real from Time. Oh no, I bookmarked this. I'm silly. Here we go. Dude, look at this bullshit with Time. Look at this. Look at this. I have to go through a slideshow. So this is essentially Time's list of their most influential fictional characters. Becky, I don't know what the fuck that is. Who the fuck are these people? Maybe this... Okay, you've got Daenerys Targaryen. You've got Pokemon with 6. Harley Quinn, I would say that's a fair one. Barb from Stranger Things. Deadpool, I think that's a fair one. Barbie, I think that's a fair one. And then at number 1, you've got Pepe the Frog. Well known for being a popular internet meme with no political subtext until this year, where he was co-opted with the so-called alt-right after supporters of the movement, which have been associated with white supremacism, anti-feminism, and more, started altering Pepe's face for profane social media posts. The Anti-Defamation League officially declared him a hate symbol. The news was widely covered as a turning point for Pepe and for internet culture in general. Jesus Christ. So Pepe, I was making this joke. I was making this joke for months, saying how these dumbass frog memes are gonna have a serious effect on the election, and they fucking did. You know, you've got Time, which has fallen off quite a bit, but is still one of the most influential magazines, and one of, like, you know, when you think of like editorial, you know, big magazines and shit, Time is at the top. And you've got Pepe the fucking Frog, a meme, leading the pack. What a time to be alive, that this is real. This is fucking real. Unbelievable. And also, shame on you, Time. Fucking shame on you for this slideshow bullshit. Fuck anyone that does this. Jesus Christ. Look at that. I switched over to full screen again. I'm on Fleet or Fleek today. Oh yeah, look at that urban lingo. All right, next topic. Let's do some Trump talk here. Had some fun shit happen this week. So they spent, Jill Stein and crew spent $3.5 million. They raised $3.5 million to do a recount in Wisconsin. $3.5 million. All to find out that Trump won Wisconsin by even more votes. Ah! I love it, dude. I fucking love it. They spent all this fucking money. And at least it's not taxpayer money, right? So at least there's, you know, some that makes it more funny. If it was taxpayer money, then yeah, it would still be funny, but at the same time we're paying for the shit. But this is private money they raised. Just crying about the election, and he turns out he won by even more votes. That's fucking hilarious. I love it. Speaking of people crying, I think I have another bookmark here. Celebrities beg electors to be heroes. Here we go. Here's another fun fucking article here. It's from the New York Post. Celebrities are teaming up to beg Republicans in the Electoral College to vote against President-elect Donald Trump, pledging their respect for potential heroes. So it's all these fucking celebrities whining about Donald Trump. This shit is fucking hilarious.
Republican members of the Electoral College, this message is for you. As you know, our founding fathers built the Electoral College to safeguard the American people from the dangers of a...
This shit is ridiculous.
But it should certainly be someone you consider especially competent.
Especially competent.
Look at her face.
To serve as President
Jesus
of the United
Christ.
States of America.
By voting your conscience, you and other brave Republican electors can give the House of Representatives the option to select a qualified candidate for the
Listen to
presidency.
the music.
I stand with you.
I stand with you.
I stand with you.
I stand with you in support and solidarity with conservatives, independents, and liberals.
And all citizens of the United States.
The American people trust that your voice speaks for us all.
And that you will make yourself heard through the constitutional responsibility granted to you by Alexander Hamilton himself.
What is evident is that Donald Trump lacks more than the qualifications to be president.
He lacks the necessary stability.
And clearly the respect for the Constitution of our great nation.
You have the position,
the authority,
and the opportunity to go down in the books as an American hero
who changed the course of history.
And you have my respect.
You have my respect.
You have my respect.
For your patriotism
and service to the American people. Unite for America.
What a bunch of fucking losers! What a bunch of fucking losers! Yeah, you have my respect for completely voting against your state. Completely disregarding the thousands and millions of people that you're chosen to represent. You completely ignore them. And you say, fuck you, I'm gonna be a hero for a celebrity. Fuck off. What a bunch of fucking losers. Honestly, dude, that's just pathetic. I'm not asking you to vote for Hillary Clinton. Just don't vote for Trump. It's so stupid, dude. You might as well vote for Hillary Clinton. That's how it fucking works, you dumb motherfuckers. It's so stupid. Oh my god, it's fucking unreal. Jesus Christ, dude. The crying is unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. So, this whole thing is just a fucking joke. What a bunch of losers, honestly. Anyway, that's about all I've got to say about that. More Trump news. Trump added Elon Musk to his economic advisory team, which is interesting because Elon Musk talks tons of shit about Trump, which is kind of cool that Trump has appointed a lot of people to positions that, don't like him, which is, I think, good. I think that's a good quality, He obviously he's appointed some of his friends, like the Breitbart guy and Ben Carson and all these other people that he's appointed have been, by his side the whole time. But he's appointed quite a few people that have been really against him, like that South Carolina governor who was staunchly against Donald Trump. She got appointed to something, I can't remember what that was. And then Elon Musk, and there's a few other examples too. So he's bringing in people that are qualified that don't really ride on the Trump train, which is good. It's I think that's a pretty good quality. So while I don't think Elon Musk is the second coming of Jesus Christ, as many other people think he is, people legitimately, there are people that think Elon Musk really can't walk on water, dude. Yeah, dude. Okay, the rocket ships, that's kind of cool. All right, the solar or the electric cars, they're cool. They're fucking really overpriced. They're really goddamn expensive, and they're not that fucking great in my opinion. But they're cool. Sure, they go in a straight line pretty quick because the electric motors have instant no throttle. There's no throttle delay, which is cool. But they're pretty overpriced and they're not very practical. Let's be real. But dude, people they really think he's Jesus. They really think he's Jesus, and it's just fucking annoying. There are brilliant people that work for all these car companies. People the current circle jerk around Tesla is just crazy. and this is coming from a guy whose family's in the car business. All of the car companies are fucking neck and neck in quality, man. There is a ton of competition right now. And nobody's really making bad cars. Like, no one. Back in the 90s and shit, cars were a little shitty. At least this is coming from my dad, because there wasn't as much competition. And then once the Asian cars like Toyota and shit started coming in, the competition was raised. And then the whole auto scare of 2008 really brought the quality up. And ever since 2008, when the auto industry almost went under, shit's been good, man. There's a lot of, I see the new stuff that we get, and it's pretty legit, man. It's even the entry level stuff is pretty nice, and that's across the board. Like, we sell GM stuff, but it's all neck and neck in quality. So I don't know. I can't stand the circle jerk around Tesla. They're just not fucking they're so expensive, and they're not fucking. The only people that own Teslas are people that also own gas powered cars. And they have to have their gas-powered cars for any time they want to go on a fucking road trip or someplace farther away than 100 miles. So, fuck. Shit's so overrated in my opinion. I mean, they're so expensive. God damn. Anyway, I mean, they're cool. But my stance on electric cars is I think electric cars will kind of be like satellite radio and the internet. Like, satellite radio came out around the same time the internet started getting awesome. And I think electric cars are going to be the same way. I think electric cars will be a stepping stone. I don't think they will be a lasting thing. I think we're going to figure out fusion sooner than people think. I think cars are going to get to the point to where you're going to have some sort of little fusion reactor that you have to switch out every 3,000 miles when you get your oil change or whatever sort of other maintenance you have to do with that shit. And I think that really is the future. I think eventually we're just going to have little fusion cars that get 3,000 miles to the charge or whatever, and that's going to be what it is. And I think that's probably sooner than you think, because from what I've read about, fusion and the progress that's been made there, they're getting it to the point where it's really safe, and that's the nuclear energy. It scares people, but that's the only real solution to our problem. We're exponentially using more and more energy, and the only thing that just gives us like absolute shitloads of energy at relatively little economic or not, well, yes, economic too, but environmental cost is the fusion nuclear option. So that's what I think, but who knows? I might be a fucking idiot, and I am. So let's move it on. Reddit for sale for $200. Okay. This was an interesting, let's switch it back. Oh no, I am on the full screen. I've been on the full screen the whole time. I'm fucking good. Oh yeah. I'll drink to that. So, I think I bookmarked this. Maybe I didn't. Reddit. I'll Google it real quick. For sale. Yeah, here we go. So, these guys bought the top video spot on Reddit for $200, which is shocking. Not because it's shocking that they bought the top spot on Reddit, because there's, of course, there's bots and there's ways to manipulate Reddit, but they did it for only $200. It's pretty impressive. I highly recommend you check this video out. I'm not going to watch it here because I think it's kind of long. Yeah, it's 8 minutes long, but essentially these guys hired a bot company to upvote and downvote certain comments. And they found that if you got just a few upvotes when the post first was active, then your chances of that post taking off were dramatically higher. And it's pretty interesting. So, yeah, Reddit is easily manipulated. Who would have thought, right? Oh, here come the burps. Here come the burps. Jesus. Okay, here we go. That's about all I want to say about that. I don't know. That really wasn't as big of a topic as I thought it was going to be. Switch it back to full screen. Dude, I'm getting good at this, man. I don't think I've fucked that up once. Okay, oh, I found a spicy new fucking meme. By the way, this is apparently a new thing. It's Smash Mouth is apparently a meme now, where people make Smash Mouth memes now, and this is a pretty good one. Here we go. I thought this was pretty fantastic.
Somebody, 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 somebody,
and this just keeps going. This keeps going through the whole song. Whoever did this is brilliant. I fucking love it, dude. Oh, dude. This is a hot fucking meme, fresh off the press, man. November 23rd, 2016. I wonder if this is gonna take off. I don't know how people think of this. Like, who? It's funny because that is the most. That's one of those songs that has a very iconic. Like, that's somebody. Like, he starts. Like, you instantly know what fucking song it is when you hear that somebody. Like, I don't know. It's funny. It reminds me of back in church. Somebody said that you can sing any song. You can sing the theme to any song, but instead of humming the music, you just say Jesus. So like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and you could sub in Jesus for every single word, and it would be like a religious song. Jesus, 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 Jesus. That one doesn't work as well, but he had another example where it worked like perfectly, where you could just put Jesus in for every single word, and it almost sounds like some sort of religious song. Anyway, that was fucking lame. I thought that was going to be better than Yeah, that was fucking lame. Whatever. Crowfall. Got some Crowfall news for you. Crowfall is starting to let in Beta 1 testers into their testing, into this current testing wave. Now, the way they do the testing waves is they'll have a new wave, and they'll let in the pre-alpha guys, then the alpha 1 guys, alpha 2, alpha 3, then the beta guys, and so on, right? And then the next wave, they'll start over again with the pre-alpha guys. But as the waves have gone on, they have expanded the pool to where eventually, at the start of the wave, everybody's going to be in, right? But now, if you're a beta 1 tester, you can get into the Crowfall testing, and I think that is $69. So if you want to play Crowfall immediately, you can buy in for, I believe, let me try and find it here on the website. Store. Shit. Fuck. I'm so not prepared. Early access, maybe this will tell you. They had a thing on their website that told you how much you needed to pay to get in instantly. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. So if you pay, $69, you can get in and play immediately. However, I don't recommend that you buy the game to play it immediately as a full game. I haven't been playing that much Crowfall recently because it's a little bit dull. They haven't added in POIs or any of that stuff yet, but if you want to have fun, mess around with the crafting and kill some people, you can go for it. If you're interested in Crowfall, be sure to sign up with the referral link in the description down below. That way you get 5% off anything you do decide to buy. And I get a kickback. I know this sounds like an ad, but I'm legitimately fucking hyped as fuck for Crowfall, and I figured I'd let you guys know that there's a new beta test thing, and all you guys that have this, anybody that's bought this has access now. So I figured I'd let you know, because considering a lot of you guys have backed with my code. So if you're interested in Crowfall, sign up with my code. Goddammit, I get paid. So do that shit, man. I'm broke. Come on. Rogue One. Let's talk about some Star Wars. I did a video I won't talk about this too much because I did a whole standalone video with my review of Rogue One, but I really enjoyed it. I really want to see them continue this direction of grittiness with Star Wars. I didn't mention Darth Vader in the review, but there is not much Darth Vader. But the Darth Vader they show is fucking sick. I just wish there was more of them. I really, really hope that they do a Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker standalone movie. I think that would be sick, because the one thing that a lot of people don't know is that Anakin Skywalker was like God mode. He was, if Anakin Skywalker wouldn't have gotten barbecued, he would have been a fucking god. Way better than Luke or anybody else ever. And when he went dark side, he killed everybody. Like, he killed like all the top Jedi by himself, like all at once. It was fucking ridiculous. So I would love to see a standalone movie with him and some of the shit he did, or at least some of the exploits that Vader had after he was in the suit. Like, there was some things that Palpatine and Vader did in some of the extended universe stuff. I would love to see them explore that, because there's a lot of Vader stuff that really isn't explored. Like, he gets turned into Vader at the end of episode 3, and like what happens between 3 and there's a ton of stuff that happens between 3 and 4. So I'd love to see kind of like how that whole transformation happened, and him like adjusting to the suit and shit like that, and maybe how he is convinced that he is on the good side of things. I would love to see an Empire movie. Oh, that's one thing I would love to see. I would love to see a movie where the heroes are on the Empire side, and you can see, and you see from their point of view how they're in the right. That would be fucking great. I would love to see that. God damn it, Disney, do that shit. Fuck. I would love to see that, where you're from the perspective of a hero from the Empire. That'd be great, man. Oh. Anyway, I don't want to talk about Rogue One too much, because I'll get into some spoiler territory. If you're interested in what I think of Rogue One, check out my video talking about it. Let me bring up the comments from last week's episode. One more thing I want to pimp out. I just uploaded my Final Fantasy 15 movie edit, which is 7 hours and 22 minutes long. But if you're interested in Final Fantasy 15, you just want the story, none of the boring shit. Essentially, I played through all of Final Fantasy 15 and edited it down to where it's only the story elements and only the stuff that you need to know for the narrative. So if you want to watch that and experience the story without playing the game, then I'd highly recommend you check that out, because here come the burps again. I spent quite a bit of time working on that. I did that for Final Fantasy 13, 13-2, and Lightning Returns, and people seem to really enjoy that, especially 13. Those videos got a fuckload of views. But now I did it all in one big video rather than multiple parts, so you can just watch it. Right now, there's currently a content ID claim on it by UMG, so if you're from a shit tier country, then you might not be able to watch it, because there's currently a content ID claim. I am disputing it, and there might be a chance that I win it. There might be a chance I win it because I think my dispute is legitimate, and also because the time that I'm disputing this is like the perfect time, right? Because it's the holidays, and I guess they have a month to respond to it, but maybe the email will get lost because it's the holidays and it's getting ready to be Christmas, and maybe they'll miss it and I'll win the dispute based off of them just not responding to it. That actually happens in most cases. Most this is the bullshit with content ID. Most of the times you win the content ID disputes, you win them because the fuckers don't respond, and you just auto win them because they don't respond for a month. I really wish that time limit was not a month. I really wish it was like a week rather than a month. But there's a new system in place to where if they decide to monetize the video, then the monetization is frozen. This is a new feature. This isn't the way it used to be. But if the content ID claimant monetizes the video and you dispute it, that money is in limbo, and whoever the content ID dispute goes to gets the money. So that's a new feature that's nice. However, not all content ID claims monetize the video, and that's fucking annoying. So you still can lose money even if you win the dispute. So that's a little annoying. Anyway, so that's that. Let me bring up the comments section from the podcast for last week. I'm going to try to hit, or at least read, all of the comments now that I'm doing this solo. I really want the comments section to be a staple of the podcast. I want you guys to really, hit me with some questions and hit me with some discussion topics, because, I'm doing this thing solo, and it's sometimes hard. Right now, I've had a decent amount of stuff to talk about this week, so it's not too bad. Anyway, I asked what you guys think of the new format. People seem to like the new format. They just want them to be longer, which is going to be hard because I'm doing this solo. If you want them to be longer, I highly recommend, again, the comments section, man. If you guys leave me some good comments, some good questions, some good discussion things, that's going to really help me, make this thing longer. And you guys will be... This is my hope. I really want to have, like, a real, like, dialogue with you guys, right? So that's that. Some people want me to get Asmongold on the podcast. Somebody linked me a VOD of him saying that he would be down to do it, as long as he didn't have to do any work. Like, if he could just show up and talk, then he'd be down to do it. Which is fine, because I don't mind coming up with the topics and stuff. I'm it's my podcast. Of course, I'm going to do a little bit more legwork than everybody else. But the only problem with Asmongold and getting him on as a permanent co-host is the scheduling. He is a night owl. He has crazy hours, and I have normal hours now. So that would be problematic for sure. And I think I'm going to ride these out solo for a bit. People seem to really like the last episode, and looking at the analytics, people seem to enjoy it. So I'm going to ride it out solo for now and occasionally get guests, especially if there's something juicy, like if there's some sort of juicy drama involving X person. I'm going to try to get that person on the podcast, get their perspective. I think that'd be great. And since it's just me, it's a way less of a scheduling issue. Because, like, if it's me, Dopamine, and a guest, then we've got to get 3 people on the same page rather than 2, and it's exponentially harder, right? So, Asmongold, I'd love to have him on as permanent co-host, but scheduling, it'd be tough. Where are the carbs at? This guy's talking about my diet and the lack of carbs. And he's going to try it and see if it works. Yeah, I've got a pretty crazy diet that I do. I didn't do the diet today, man. Oh my god, I'm fucking pregnant. But I eat about 1,000 calories a day. On the days that I'm, on the weekends, and right now I'm on vacation, so I'm doing it right now as well. But on a day where I have like 100% control over what I'm eating, and there's no like temptation in the office or anything like that, I cut hard and I do 1,000 calories of chicken and broccoli, and I'm able to get 200 grams of protein, some veggies in there, and that's it. And I've lost a fuckload of weight doing that. So yeah, keeping the protein high. And I am a little sluggish in the gym, but I don't even know if that's because of the carbs. I think that's just the calories. So that if you want to lose, like, it's a pro and a con thing, man. If you want to lose the weight fast, you're going to be sluggish as fuck. Like, that's the price you pay for fucking rapid weight loss, and I don't mind it. It's not that bad. So I like seeing the results quick, and I have seen a lot of, like, I've lost a staggering amount of weight very quickly. So, and I think I've held on to my muscle mass decently well. Not as well as I could have, because my diet was fucking terrible when I first started. I was eating like Campbell's chicken noodle soup. Like, all I was worried about was the calories, and I wasn't worried about, trying to get to a certain protein threshold. So I think I probably wasted away a lot of my muscle when I first started, because I was losing weight super fast, and my protein intake was super like low, and I wasn't working out either. So I'm sure that's probably where I lost a lot of my leg strength, because I used to be able to, my legs used to be strong as fuck, and they are not anymore. Not even close to as strong as they used to be. And I'm sure some of that's just the nature of the beast, but not all of it. So anyway, I'm gonna get those gains back. They'll come back. Muscle memory is a real thing. They'll come back when I start upping my food intake, which should be fairly soon. I don't have too much more left to lose. Like, I'm looking in the mirror, and I'm at the point to where, like, every pound I lose, I fucking see it. So that's kind of exciting. Anyway, moving on to the next comment. Non-video meme talk was better. I feel obliged to watch you. I like the webcam podcast. I think Asmongold will be a great co-host. A lot of people are saying that. Westworld was the shit. Yeah, Westworld's fucking awesome, man. I'm so sad that is not. Oh, there's the burps again, man. Dude, my stomach is fucking churning this shit, man. About an hour ago, I had an uncomfortable feeling in my stomach. Like, I had that tightness. It was so uncomfortable to where, like, when I would laugh, it would hurt, because I would, like, my abs. Well, I think some of that might be because I did a fucking killer ab workout this morning. And so my abs are actually legitimately sore, but now I've got this fucking food putting pressure on them too. So it was really uncomfortable for like about 2 hours after I ate, and now my stomach has started churning this shit down, and my stomach will probably be flat again by the morning. So it's pretty impressive how quickly my body just churns through that fucking food and digests it as quick as it does. Probably because my stomach has been empty more than it's not with the amount of food that I've been eating regularly. You know, I don't eat like a fucking hog every day. So on the days where I do, like, I can eat a lot of food when I want to eat a lot of food because my stomach is usually empty because I'm only eating 1,000 calories of chicken. So, you know, when I do break bad, I can go fucking ham. I go hard in the paint, man. Anyway, I'm going off the rails here. But yeah, how did I get on that about Westworld? Oh, I burped. That's what happened. Yeah, Westworld. I'm sad that it's going to be over a year before we see more Westworld episodes. So I'm sad about that, but in good news, Crowfall will be out by then, and we'll be playing Crowfall, having a good time. House of Cards, shouldn't that be coming around again here fairly soon, right? Hasn't it been a while since House of Cards has been a thing? Daredevil, shouldn't that be coming around again fairly soon? Shouldn't Jessica Jones be coming around again fairly soon? Another show I've been watching that is on Netflix. It's a little bit of a weird show, but it's called did I just forget the name of it? Clever Man. That's a pretty interesting show. So check that out on Netflix. There's only like 4 or 5 episodes of it. I think they've only got like the first half of the season up right now. Surely they don't have like a 5-season episode 1. I'm sure that it's like one of those things where that was like the season. What do they call it? I don't watch enough TV to know about it. The mid-season finale or whatever. I think that's what the deal was. But that's a good show, so check that out. It's a little weird, but it's different. I like it. Moving on, I like the video format better, but please have a co-host similar to Dope. Specifically someone who disagrees with you a lot, but is still down to earth. I miss the heavier Zyback. Well, heavier Zyback, in theory, should be coming back to some degree. I'm gonna put weight back on once I finish losing it. I'm definitely not. I'm fucking small right now, guys. Like, let's be fucking real. And I still have some weight left to lose, and I'm gonna be significantly under 200 pounds. Well, not significantly under, but by the time this cut is over, I think I'll be around the 190s, 185, which is pretty fucking light for somebody that's 6'5", and I'm a pretty wide 6'5", so I want to be above 200 again. So I'll get bigger, but I'm gonna try to put that on as lean muscle mass. I know I'm gonna get fatter. Like, that's just kind of the way it works when you build muscle. You put on a little fat at the same time. But if you're building muscle and putting on fat, as long as the ratios are right, you can still put on fat and build muscle and actually be leaner, just because the way percentages work. But yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna get bigger, and I think I'll be able to get bigger fairly easily. Maybe I'm being too optimistic, but I think I've got a lot of noob gains left in the tank, because I just haven't been eating, man. Like, that's a staple core. That's like one of the biggest staples of building muscle is actually eating a surplus of food, and I've been eating a severe deficit for over a year. So I think when I bump that food up, man, I think it's going to be Gain City, boys. Gain City. Anyway, moving on. The frat mistreating the goat was probably a Muslim frat. That was in reference to my little hometown of Radford. 4 fraternities got suspended for abusing a goat. Nixon or Nixon would be a great pick as a guest. I'm not sure. Is that a WoW guy? Is that like a WoW Machinima guy? I know I've heard that name and I've read that name before, but I don't know what it's from. Didn't think I would like Dopamine as much as I did when Dante left. That's good. OMFG Gory. Is that a YouTuber? Or no, I'm thinking of OMFG Kata. That was Jesse Cox before he rebranded his channel. I wonder if that channel still exists. OMFG Kata. Did he get... No, this is his actual channel still. Dude, look at this branding, man. This is Jesse Cox. This is his... I'm so glad I didn't make this mistake as an early fledgling YouTuber. But Jesse Cox back in the day, his username used to be OMFG Kata for Cataclysm. Wow, Cataclysm. I'm so glad I didn't do something silly like that or add like... this is not like a slant at like Bajira, but like Bajira has Bajira WoW as his URL. Like I'm just Zyback TV. I had the hindsight, to know like I'm not gonna just latch onto one game or one thing. So man, I'm fucking proud of myself for making some of the good early decisions I made. Zyback I think is a pretty cool handle, which I came up with when I was 12. Which it could be worse considering all of the terrible things I could have come up with at age 12. I came up with something that was short and unique. It's kind of cool to think that I own a 5-letter combination on the internet. Like, there's a 5-letter sequence on the internet that I own. You type in Zyback, I fucking own that. I own that text. I own that on the internet. This fucking thing that billions of people use. I own this 5-character string. Which I think is fucking cool. I don't know. Maybe that's fucking lame. Maybe a lot of you guys are like, what the fuck? Who cares? But I think that's fucking neat. That I own like a little piece of the internet, and it's something as short as 5 characters. Now it'd be cooler if it was 2. Like if I was just ZY or something. But I think it's cool that I own something that's short. Anyway, moving on. Back to the comments. I prefer this format. Good job with the weight loss. You are a lot more articulate in this podcast. Thank you. Doing these solo is tough, but I'm only going to get better at this. And this is a skill that I want. I want the ability to do... I look at guys like Ben Shapiro and these guys that do solo podcasting, Mark Maron, and it's a real skill set, man. This is going to be something that's going to take me some time to really iron out and get good at. But if I can get good at it, I think that it's a good skill to have in life, to be able to just go and keep a conversation going, especially when you're by yourself, right? And not stumble too much. But that's just me. No need for a co-host as much as guests. Finally, keep the videos, keep them coming. Love the vids. Athene has pretty much gone into the wall this last year. He's gotten really weird, yeah. I really like this. Listen to the car. Some guy's asking me about feral bots in Arena. Apparently people are using full-blown bots called Zen rotations. I don't know anything about that. But I remember there was when I used to play WoW, there was an Affliction Warlock bot. I think Bajira made a video about it, where this guy literally wasn't even playing his character. Like, his character was auto-running around like an Honor Buddy bot and putting dots up on everything perfectly and doing shitloads of damage, apparently. So I guess arenas have gotten to the point where people literally aren't even playing their characters at all anymore. So that's funny. Another series to watch, Black Sails Top Shelf. Black Sails, I've heard of that show. I haven't watched it. Don't let Michael Bay scare you away. He just put on the money. I like the cam, no homo. In your off time, I would like to see you do open lobbies in Titanfall 2. I haven't played Titanfall 2 in a little bit, but I want to get back in there. That new Angel City map, well, it's not new. It's from Titanfall 1, but I want to play that. That seems like it'd be pretty fun. Titanfall 2 is a great game. I just haven't had time to play it recently. Love the format. You should get a co-host. If you can get someone big, that would be sweet, or even someone small and unknown. Yeah, I'm good with either of those two things, man. Having somebody that's small and unknown, not to throw shit at Dopamine, but he was kind of unknown. There's a benefit there because no one knows them, and there's a lot of fresh material that a lot of exploration there. Whereas for, a guy like Asmongold, he streams 8 hours a day, and if I have him on my podcast, there's probably not going to be a lot of new stuff that people find out about him via the podcast, whereas with somebody like Dopamine who's away from the internet or is not in the internet public eye outside of the podcast, it's all like fresh material. So there's pros and cons to both, and obviously having Asmongold would be good because he's popular and he's got a fan base, and that would obviously be good for the podcast. I'm not gonna bullshit. And he's entertaining. So yeah, I like, oh, there's the burps again. Whew. Man, it's churning away, man. My stomach is like a train engine. Chugga, 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 choo, choo. Moving on. Dopamine was really funny sometimes, but it seems like someone Zybeck wouldn't get along with IRL. Dude, I get along with everybody in real life, man. I don't have, I can't think of anybody I don't get along with in real life, man. The last time I had people that I just didn't like as humans was like high school, and even that was like a few people where it's just like a complete, like there was like a few people in high school. One guy in particular that was just a hateful bastard. Like if it came out that guy like killed kittens in his spare time, I would be like, oh, okay, yeah, that sounds about right. Because he never was like hateful to me, but like I don't know, he's just one of those fucking really mean people that was just always angry at some, like, I don't know. I didn't like that fucking guy. No one really fucked with me because I was kind of like a big dude, and I guess it wasn't really worth the effort. Yeah, no, I don't know. For whatever reason, that guy was just a real hateful son of a bitch. Still is. Pretty unreal. My face is very sensitive to the cold, so living in Finland forces me to look like a bank robber. Okay. Please include the articles you show in the video SoundCloud box. Yeah, I need to get a little bit better about that. In the last podcast, I think I forgot to link a few things. Yeah, I need to be better about the links, but I can't promise that I'll hit everything because I talk about and I reference so many things, and I'll reference something like, for example, like the Jesse Cox YouTube channel where it's like OMFG cat. Like, is that worth the fucking link? So, yes and no. Like, there's kind of like, at some point you kind of have to maybe Google some of this shit. I know it sounds shitty, right? Like, fuck the fans. But I'll try to get better about it. But I'm the only podcast I know of that does like timestamps and links to everything and does all this shit completely by myself. It's a lot of fucking work. So I'll do my best. The diet thing sucks for the holidays. My neighbors brought over a plate of homemade cookies and fudge. Dude, that fucking Christmas fudge, man. Oh my god. I haven't had that in a long time, but there's a place around here. There's this lady that makes this homemade fudge. And for Christmas, she probably sells like hundreds of thousands of dollars with the fucking fudge. Because everyone I know eats the shit. Oh my god, it's so good. Even so, I do not eat sugar. Even when I go crazy on my diet, like I didn't eat dessert at dinner. I didn't drink soda. Like even when I go crazy on my diet, I eat stuff that my body can at least make, produce some muscle with. So yeah, I went crazy on the turkey. I went crazy on the mashed potatoes. I went crazy on the buttered bread and the green beans and the what the fuck else? The stuffing. So yeah, I ate a lot of carbs, ate a lot of fat, ate a lot of protein. But all of that stuff at least can help you build some muscle, right? But like pure sugar is not gonna get you dick. So I do try to avoid that, and I've done a very good job at avoiding that. I haven't had a soda in over a year. And I don't drink I don't drink anything but water. I don't drink any flavored water. I don't drink any Gatorade or any juice or anything like that. Only fucking water. So I've been fucking disciplined as shit on that, which I won't even say disciplined because it's not that hard for me to do. I like water. So cutting that, sugar out has helped me a lot. So I don't think this fucking cheat meal is gonna hurt me like as much as I think it will. Because I had a fucking killer workout. I had 3 killer workouts. I am fucking hurting, man. I'm sore as fuck. I did some exercises that I don't usually do. I did some forearm. I don't know what they're called, but essentially, you've got the weight like this. You got 2 dumbbells, and you go up like that. Well, I can't really show it, but essentially, you've got the weight, and you're doing curls like that, and it's working this muscle right here, which does not get worked very much. Because it's just kind of a weird... Because, like, how often do you pick something up like a fucking T-Rex? Like, how often are you making that motion? So this forearm muscle doesn't get worked too much. So, I've been incorporating that. Incorporating some more forearm stuff. Incorporating some more deltoid stuff. So, I'm pretty goddamn sore. And I got a good workout in. So, I'm hoping that some of these excess calories will go towards building and repairing more than straight to my goddamn stomach. But... we'll see. I'm gonna live my fucking life either way. The diet is back on track tomorrow, and I'm not gonna. I don't even think it's gonna be hard for me to stay on it for a day or two because I don't think I'm gonna be hungry probably until dinner tomorrow anyway, which is what I'm gonna eat anyway because I wait. I'll wait. I usually wait like 24. I eat once every 24 hours basically. And I eat at dinner and that's it. And the reason I do that is because if something pops up and I have to go somewhere and a cheat meal happens, that way I can just cut the dinner out later. You can't retroactively. I mean, I guess I could go Eugenia Cooney on that shit and throw up or something, but I don't want to do that. So I'd rather just eat one big meal or one. Well, I guess it's not really that big. It's only 1,000 calories, but one little chicken feast in the evening. And I've become very fucking good at fasting. Like... a while back, I would have thought that not eating for 24 hours would be really hard. And tomorrow, I'm not going to eat for like 36 hours. Like, because it wasn't really even dinner. It was lunch. I ate lunch at 1 o'clock, and I'm not going to eat until 7 or 8 o'clock p.m. tomorrow. And that's going to be fucking easy for me. I've gotten fucking good at this shit. So, yeah. I found a cutting method that really works for me. So, anyway... moving on. Love the changes with the webcam. I think the change of format with guests and open interview would add a lot to the podcast. Like how you used to interview WoW guys with their setup and other games they enjoy. Dude, that's fucking so... that's from the fucking Gamer... what did I call that series? Gamers Digest, where I interview the top... this guy's an OG, man. This is back in fucking 2011 or something. Back when I used to do that shitty ass gaming news show that I was terrible at. That people loved. People fucking loved that shit. Dude, the quality standard for YouTube videos has gone so fucking up so much, man. Those videos got so many views and so many likes. They did so well, and they're so terrible. It's just so funny to see how the quality standards have really changed. That's kind of the curse of starting YouTube off. You know, I started making YouTube videos when I was 15. I was clueless. I was a young dumbass that didn't know shit. So these guys that started YouTube when they were like 20 and 25 and whatever, kind of had a little bit of an advantage because they knew they were just smarter. They're older. They know how to make better content. So they don't have as much cringeworthy stuff like Woody's Gamertag, for example. Like his first videos, they're bad. But they're not like cringy. It's just like, oh yeah, this is clearly a video from 2008 or 2009. Whereas my stuff is just like, hey guys, it's me, Zymac, and welcome to Gamers Digest. Shitty video editing here. Oh, dude. It was bad. Moving on. Somebody thinks Athene has schizophrenia. I don't think so. I never thought about it until now, but the whole Athene thing does seem extremely cultish. You didn't think about that until now? I don't know, man. The whole neurology phase to the charities and the hospital. What is this guy's sentence? I remember when he first spoke about the hospital rules for people living there seemed odd. That dude's sentence is weird. I don't know what he's going at. But yeah, I guess he's living in a hospital. That's what that building they're in is. It's fucking weird, dude. I don't know what's going on there. I honestly like the long podcast because I would listen to them while I was building things at work. I heard Hot Dog likes it. Yeah, I'd like to have Original Hot Dog on the podcast. I don't know if he'd want to do it though. He's kind of always liked being in the shadows a little bit. Like I know I don't know if this is right, but I remember he didn't want his voice streamed, like, or he didn't want to be on my stream one time. So I think he's a fairly private guy, which is understandable. I think he's busy as fuck now. Like I haven't talked to him in a while. Like he kind of just like, he'll kind of just appear out of the void. It's like, oh shit, there's Hot Dog, and then he'll kind of go away for a bit again. So, yeah, you know, he's a fucking OG, man. Original Hot Dog. I mean, his name is fucking Original Hot Dog. That's a funny story. I won't tell that story, but yeah, dude, he's been around for a while. He's been around for so long that fans of like that other people that watch my videos know who he is. He's like a little celebrity within the Zyback community. I think that's kind of funny. Get Glinks as your partner or some shit. I think I've watched a few of his videos. Yeah, I mean, he seems like a pretty well-spoken guy from what I've seen. Yeah, that could work. And before the White House eSport tournament gets DDoSed, I'm sure it was targeted. This podcast is cancer without dope. I can't watch for more than 10 seconds. Well, not everybody's gonna like it. I feel you, bro. I love the Athene best paladin in the world content, but then he went full delusional mode. I wonder if he really is I wonder if he's just trying to scam people, or if he really is like, he really does think he's like the smartest person on earth, man. It's a weird thing with Athene because he's done these publicity stunts in the past, and part of me wonders if this is a publicity stunt. And part of me wonders, like, he can play both angles, right? So since he's done so many publicity stunts in the past, he can use that excuse. Like, if this thing fails and if he falls on his ass and his little cult falls apart, then he can be like, I was just doing it for publicity, for them kids, to raise money for them kids, bruh. He can say that. And if it does work out, then he can just be his little cult leader on his little compound in his old mental hospital, wherever the fuck he's at. So, yeah. I used to have a crack on my lip in the winter. I started using Carmex twice a day. Don't use chapstick. Chapstick is garbage. Oh, that shit went away. I haven't had the dryness recently with that. I haven't had any issues with that, so that's kind of nice. Some people were talking shit about some of the people I'm subscribed to. Sub to Vegan Gains, gross. Dude, by the way, guys, if you see some crazy shit on my YouTube homepage, I watch a ton of videos on YouTube. Tons. There's the burps again. And I'm subscribed to like close to 700 channels. YouTube is my primary source of entertainment. And I watch stuff that I don't agree with. So if you see something that's like, are you sure you want to continue watching? Black people are inferior to white people in every way. I probably clicked on that video for the lulz, for example. That's not a real video. But if you see some crazy shit like that in my recommended videos, it's because I'm on YouTube so much and because I like to watch crazy shit. So that's what that is. And I subscribe to people that I don't agree with, but I find entertaining. So that's the thing. Somebody wanted a link to my big ass mug. It's called the Bubba mug. You can buy them on Amazon. Very good. You can buy Ratchet and Clank for $10. Yeah, that's probably gonna be the next game I play. That Ratchet and Clank remake. It's like a full blown remake. It's not like the old Ratchet and Clank remaster. It's like it takes a lot from the first game, but apparently they redid everything. And it's a completely different game. Those games are awesome. I like those games a lot. Some people talking about the podcast solo. It's more just repeating stuff. Do I think Crowfall will be as big as WildStar when it came out? No. Crowfall is going to be a small game. It's going to be a fairly small niche game when it launches. I do think that it could become fairly popular because it's going to be filling a void that really hasn't been filled by any other game, really. The only real competition they have is EVE Online, really. And I really don't think Camelot Unchained is... Dude, everything I see from that game just looks gross. EVE Online is probably the closest thing, and that is spaceships and non-action combat. It really is its own thing. However, I don't think it's going to be a game that's going to have like 12 million players. That's not going to happen because it's too hardcore. It'll piss too many people off. It's not a very casual friendly game in the sense that you can lose your gear and your gear breaks and people kill you and take your shit. Like, it's not a casual game in that sense. So, but I do think that it has the potential to slowly grow over time and turn into something great. But no, it's not going to be a big game when it comes out. It's not going to be a big YouTube game. It's not going to be a big Twitch game. But it's going to be a game that I enjoy playing, and a lot of you guys seem to be enjoying it too, and enjoying their vision, because you guys have really been using that referral link. I appreciate that. So again, I'll plug the referral link, full sellout mode engaged. If you're interested in Crowfall, sign up with the referral link down below. You get 5% off. And I get paid. We all win. Kayosugi says, yo, 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 yo. That was about health insurance, but it's not really that great. Dude, a lot of comments, man. I like this. Zyback live from the Athene compound. Win. And I replied to Waco 2.0. Good shit. Good shit. Other people are bringing up crazy shit I watch on YouTube. Why do women make so much noise during sex? Did you actually watch that, Zyback? And I said, probably. I watch a lot of crazy shit on YouTube, man. And that's a good question, too. Have I played any of the KOTOR single-player games? I have not, but I've thought about it. You know, I'm a Star Wars fan, and I never played them. And they seem good. And they have that, they blur that line between good and evil very well, apparently. So I like that. So maybe I will play those. They're pretty old, and I'm not typically one that likes to go back and watch old movies or play old games, because generally newer stuff is better in most cases. But I might. Did I have any problems with loose skin when I lost weight? So, no, dude, I've gotten really lucky. Knock on wood. But I think I'm going to get out of this one scot-free. Is that the right word? Scot-free? Yeah, I think it is. I had some loose skin on my triceps, but I fixed that by just making my triceps bigger. So, I don't know if the webcam will pick it up, but there's no loose skin there now. It's fucking solid. So I've gotten pretty lucky with that. I still have a little bit of weight left to lose on my stomach, but I don't see any noticeable sagging skin, so I think I just got super fucking lucky. I think a lot of it is, yes, I was fat as fuck at like 330 pounds, but again, I'm 6'5", and I'm a wide 6'5". I'm not one of these like tall, narrow 6'5" guys. I'm a fucking wide-shouldered, size 15 shoe, you know, big dude. And I guess it was so spread out that I can get away with it. And I always was pretty hydrated when I was fat, so my skin was probably a little bit more healthy than most. Because I've always drank a lot of water. I've never had an issue with hydration and being dehydrated. And also, I was, like, when I was fat, I didn't have, like, a crazy big belly. I was kind of just, like, a big fucking, like, instead of having that, like, V shape, like, that athletic, well, I don't really have that right now. I still need to lose some weight before I get that V taper, but I'm getting there. But now I've kind of got, like, a little bit of a more athletic style body. Back then, I just used to be, like, a big fucking rectangle. I used to be, like, a fucking rectangle walking around. I didn't have, like, a big pot belly or, like, anything like that, so the way I distributed my fat was probably conducive to not having as much loose skin, but who knows? Still have a little bit left to lose, but I don't think it's going to affect me, but we'll see. Got very lucky with that. I know I've got very lucky with that. I do a walkthrough for Uncharted 4. That's a good one, dude. I've done walkthroughs for Uncharted 1 through 3, and there's a good chance I'll do 4, but I think I want to do Ratchet & Clank first. Especially since Ratchet & Clank is only like a $10 game, apparently at GameStop. And Uncharted is still $60, and in my opinion, both of those games are equal to me. So I'll definitely play the cheaper one first, because Video games drop in price very quickly now, I've noticed. Like, video games don't stay at $60 very long. It seems like within a matter of months, most games are like $40. So, anyway, moving on. Ah, my mouth is getting dry, all this talking. Somebody talking about the format. Did I hear about EVE Online? This guy's basically telling me some crazy shit that happened on EVE. It's another reason why I'm excited for Crowfall. If you go read some of the stuff that happens in EVE Online has the greatest stories in gaming. Hands down, the greatest moments in video game history for multiplayer games are in EVE Online. They're so cool. And Crowfall is going to have moments very similar to that, which is a reason why I'm excited for it. When you give players the freedom to fuck each other over and make alliances, and when you give the players the sandbox to play in, crazy shit will happen. And that's going to happen in Crowfall too. So I'm looking forward to it. Somebody was asking about my vasectomy, and does it feel weird to ejaculate? No, everything is completely fucking normal. It's been completely fucking normal for months now. And it was completely normal, I would say, like 2 weeks after the operation or the surgery, which is not really, that's not even the right word, man. It was like so minimal that I wouldn't even say surgery is the right. I mean, it was really non-invasive to the point to where there's not even a scar. So, but no, everything has fucking been rocking and rolling for months now. So, dick talk. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed Hive Mind number 57. That's all I've got in the tank this week. We went for an hour and 18 minutes, which is longer than the previous episode. Please leave comments. Let me know your questions. Let me know your what you think. If you have something you want me to discuss, leave it in the comments down below. I answered all the comments this week. And I do want the comment section to be a staple of the show, because I think the dialogue between... There's those fucking burps again. There's another one. The dialogue between me and you guys, I think, is going to be the key to the solo podcast, because there's going to be weeks where I don't have much to talk about. And, yeah, so I think the best discussions are going to come from the off-topic ramblings of the comments. So, leave your comments down below. Hope you enjoyed Hive Mind number 57. Be sure to check me out on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, and Twitch. Also, if you enjoyed the podcast, be sure to subscribe. And also be sure to click the bell icon next to the subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you'll get my videos more reliably. The YouTube sub boxes are notoriously unreliable, so be sure you have the notifications on. And follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook. Lots of, my Twitter, man. My Twitter is grade A. I have a lot of... Twitter is fun. Twitter is fun. Follow my Twitter. So yeah, hope you enjoyed Hive Mind 57. I'll see you again next week. Have a good one.